What the fuck is up, homos? It's Brian and Travis back with another episode of Dudes Talking Shit. This is episode number 60.
Nice.
Yes. Dude, I found an absolute fucking psycho on TikTok.
Okay.
So the way I've got my algorithm is like I only really get fucking wild set. Every now and then I'll get the odd fucking, normal thing or whatever.
Like a girl doing a dance.
Not usually. I don't usually get those anymore.
Oh, really?
I've managed to
That
get
was
rid
my favorite part of TikTok.
It was at one point, but it's evolved so much, and then I found like what Christina P calls the dark talk.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Wait, do you think TikTok has evolved a lot since I've used it?
Oh yeah. It isn't just like the same fucking things over and over again. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, you get some of those, but for the most part, it's like it's less like Vine was.
Yeah.
And I find it's more like just a source for news and communication and even fucking dating and like,
What?
yeah, there's a lot more weird shit going on. And there's certain ways to like mess with the algorithm of it. And what shows up on the For You page is things that you've liked, you've watched, things that are more related to that. So as soon as I see a video that seems like normal, I skip it immediately. And I like every single video that's a little fucky so that eventually all the videos are fucky.
So your whole For You page is just fucked.
No, like I said, I get other stuff, like normal stuff.
Yeah.
But lately I've been getting a lot of like police getting busted, caught on camera doing shit. A lot of like Karen freakouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been getting a lot of those, but I get a lot of fucking wild people.
Yeah.
But one guy, he is how do I say this? He's definitely a child molester, former.
Okay.
He is a motivational speaker at the same time.
Okay.
But he makes videos for like people
Right.
that aren't watching them.
Oh, fuck.
So
he's a motivational speaker to nobody.
right. So
Nice.
he gets views, but his videos aren't geared towards anyone particular.
Right.
And the people that it is geared towards, like the group of people, let's say,
Yeah.
aren't watching his videos.
Right.
And they're fucking weird. And he makes them as if it's a community. I'm talking to you, but you are not there.
Right.
Okay. So that's how he makes his videos. He's an old man. And when I say old, I'm honestly, he's still working. You know what I
Right.
mean? So he's not like, I don't even think he's in his 60s. He's probably in his mid to late 50s at the most. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll give you a little bit of a taste of
Give us just a taste.
what this guy's like. So.
Hey, my queen's above 18. Start your day. Come on, open them eyes up. Get them feet on the floor. Go take your shower. Get you some breakfast. Enjoy your day. If you got to go to college or got to go to work. If you're out there today, just tell somebody.
So
that they're
while he's doing
beautiful,
this,
enjoy,
he's laying in
and
bed.
make their day today. Tell them that they have a good day and that you love them.
Wait, okay,
All
so
right, you guys. Have
I've
a
seen him a
wonderful
little
day,
bit
and I
from
will talk
Christina
to you
P.
tonight.
Yes.
King loves you.
She's actually talked to him, right?
No, she's talked about him before.
Okay, I thought there was a thing where she talks to him or something.
I don't think they ever linked up.
But is that why he says the queen's above 18?
Yes. So he's making it abundantly clear, hey, I'm only messaging this to people who are above 18. If you're below 18, GTFO, bruh, you ain't part of this. Like, he is a fucking lunatic.
Well, good morning, my queens above 18. I was wondering when you was going to wake up. You look so beautiful today.
What a fucking psycho.
There's that smile. Come on, baby, wake up. All right.
It's just...
It is. Good morning, my queens above 18. You guys have a beautiful day. It's time to wake up. Come on. Open them eyes up. There you go.
Do you
Time
think
to get
there's
out of that nice
anybody
warm
who
bed
has
and
this,
enjoy the day.
like, as their morning
You have a
alarm?
beautiful day. I'm heading to work.
Oh, I hope
Just
not.
remember.
What does he do for a
Good
living?
morning, my beautiful queens. Starting my day, getting out there and getting a little bit of yard work done. It's nice and beautiful out
Hey,
today.
fucking guy.
It's probably about,
what is he?
what did I
Is he a
say,
trucker?
60 degrees.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, my queens above 18.
He's
You guys
in his
are
truck.
looking very beautiful today. Time to get up and start your day and have a good day.
That's a
I'm
scary
over here in
motherfucker,
Medina
man.
getting loaded to go up to Michigan.
He's a fucking creep, man.
Have a bit. Good morning, my kings and queens above 18.
Kings and queens.
Oh,
He's evolving.
All my slut
Is this a
muffins
newer
out there.
one?
I love you guys.
Yes, he
You
called them
guys are
slut
the
muffins
best.
now.
I love you guys.
Look at
You
his pillow.
guys
The pillowcase is like
amazing.
half off the pillow.
Keep up the good work. Keep up everything.
This one's good. He
Keep the
pulls into the
following.
scene here.
And well, good morning.
Hear the train
Chelsea.
going by?
I love you, my queen. Time to wake up. Time to get up and enjoy the day. Tip 10 feet on the ground and take off
Oh,
running.
guy lives next to a train
You
track.
won't-
That's terrifying.
Okay, roll over and I'll rub that big, beautiful, fat ass of yours that I love. All right, that feels good.
Is he stroking it?
No, he's rubbing her fat ass.
Yes.
This is a first person view.
Okay.
So I'm Sophie. I'm
All right,
watching
I thought
him.
maybe we would go get breakfast this morning.
Oh, they want to go for breakfast.
You go ahead and jump in the shower, and we will take off and go get some breakfast. I love you, my big, beautiful, titted animal queen. Very beautiful. I will see you downstairs. We'll take off on the bike today and go get some breakfast.
Look at this one.
I Well, good morning. Let me put my glasses on.
Like Masterpiece Theater. Oh, I didn't see you there.
It's my beautiful queens above 18.
I love that.
Are you guys getting out of bed? Oh, yes, I love you too, my queen. You have a beautiful day. Come on, put them feet on the ground and take off running. You have a beautiful day, my queen. I love my queens above 18. Yes, I'm at work. I'm over in West Virginia. I'm in Parkersburg.
He's fucking
Delivering
doxing
a load.
himself. Like,
I have to pick up in Millwood and head back to Cleveland. Then I'm done.
He's creating alibis.
so here's the thing. Picture you working at a construction site and there's a guy with a dump truck.
Right.
And he's sitting there waiting for his load to be put in the back.
Right.
Do you think
While he's uncorking a load.
Yeah, do you think for a second he's filming these videos? I would never fucking think of this.
I don't think he's a dump truck driver. I think he's a transport truck driver.
Yeah, it's some sort of semi or whatever. But it's like you can tell by how small it is. Like there's no backseat or like sleeper or whatever. It's like one
Short haul truck.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's doing like he's basically on the road.
Virginia to Cleveland's not that long. That's like I don't know, like an 8-hour drive or something maybe.
Right.
I'm not really sure. I've never done it, but it's not too far. I don't think.
Yeah. That guy. What do you think? Do you think he lives alone?
Oh fuck yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Does he have any pets?
Doubtful. Very much doubtful.
Does he have multiple deep freezes?
I'm willing to bet he's got more than one. Yeah.
Do you think he has a well in his backyard?
No, I don't. I don't at all.
Do you think he has a secret?
No, he lives in Cleveland. Well, hold on a second. That's where Amanda Berry was. Remember that girl that got kidnapped and she was in the fucking dungeon for like 10 years or something?
That's where maybe it was him.
No, that guy's dead. He got caught, sentenced to or put in jail, and he just killed himself. But
Really?
yeah. You can't see that house on Google Earth. It was blurred out,
Yeah.
and then now it's demolished.
Really?
Yes.
So she was in a dungeon for 10 years.
She got kidnapped.
Yeah.
And she was in a dungeon for fucking 10 years. And he had her chained up the whole time, other than like when he fucked her.
Yeah.
He ended up having like a child with her. She had to give birth in a house. And like she had like there was more than one other captor. What is
Yeah.
it called? A kidnapped person?
A hostage?
Yeah, there was more than one of them. There was like 3 of them. And they all became adults together, not knowing anything. They got their first periods together and all that shit. And then they had to like find out how to midwife each other and shit because they ended up having babies with this fucking psycho.
And they were locked in the dungeon.
Yeah, well, when I say dungeon, I mean, I think it was actually just like the house with the doors and windows boarded up. Like, and they were like, here's the thing. There's a flight or a flee. What's it called? Fight or flee.
Flight.
So they obviously just didn't have a high enough level of that. Because if you fucking lock me up in a house, I will get out. You know? Like, you have to chain me down. Like, you can't, like, that can't be like
You can't say you're going to kill me.
Right. So there was many times she was let out to the backyard and stuff, but just like told if you do anything.
Okay, I have heard this story. And the neighbors would see her and stuff.
Yes, yeah. And then finally one day she just fucking, while he was away at work or something, she got out maybe like through a fucking doggy door or something like that, and then ran into a black man's arm, and that's when the famous interview with the black guy happened on the news. He's like, when you see a little white girl run into a black man's arm, you know something's wrong. You know it ain't right. Like,
right. I've seen that interview actually.
Yeah.
And wasn't it something like he was threatening that he'd kill the kids and stuff?
Something, I don't really know the full story, but it was something along those lines, yeah.
That's so fucked. That guy could have people like that.
Yeah, he very well could. He seems like a nice enough guy, though, in all honesty. Like,
yeah. Do you know more about him? Like the
truck driver, fucking, obviously, I don't know if he's actually a chomo, but he definitely has skated that thin line, so he's very abundantly, like, you couldn't be more crystal clear. Hello, my queens above 18.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it.
It also got a great hook on it.
It does. It does.
Like, if he doesn't seem like the kind of man that's, out here trying to figure out how he's going to market himself and catch hooks.
Seems like actually kind of an overall like wholesome guy, just with a questionable MO.
Yeah.
Very fucking questionable MO.
Yeah. He could be a killer.
The thing is, I kind of don't think he is. I think he would be the kind of guy that if he was doing something wrong, it wouldn't be murderous.
Right.
Like, I don't think he'd actually kill anyone. I don't think he'd actually be like
he'd be a public masturbator.
He's the kind that would, like, when he's driving from Virginia to Cleveland, he's stroking.
Rubbing it out in the truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I do have speaking of driving, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Usually I don't play into your games as much of, stereotypes. Sometimes we like to play that game.
Yes.
About car shopping in particular is fun. Who's the worst drivers?
And
this is not it is a racial thing, but it's also a gender thing.
So here's the thing. Because let's be real, when you're driving, and even though someone else is driving, and technically they're not breaking any rules, if they're driving so poorly within the parameters of the law, that itself is probably worse than an actual bad driver a lot of the time. Because I've always said the most important part about driving is to be predictable. Right. As soon as you're not predictable, that's when there's a problem. Because everyone around you isn't prepared to react to it. You know what I mean? If you have a bad driver, at the end of the day, all bad drivers are pretty well the same. They're predictable.
Right.
Unpredictable drivers are the ones that are doing everything. They're actually doing everything acceptably correct. It's just questionable.
Right.
Like, as in, like, it's not technically a law that you have to pass on the left. That's not a law.
Yeah.
But if you're the jackass driving on the left, slow,
right,
you're the problem here. Like, if you're at any point other than turning, if you ever have somebody pass you on the right, you were the one in the wrong, not that person.
Right.
Even if they're going a 100 in a 50, it's still you. You're the problem. You should have been over.
Right.
You're not the police. It's not your job to fucking barricade them.
Yeah.
Okay? You are the problem. You shall not pass on the fucking...
You shall not
Right. If
pass.
anyone passes you on the right, you were the fucking problem here. Even though they might have been the ones driving incorrectly, you are creating a problem because you're not supposed to be there.
Right.
Okay? So anyway, to answer your question, what I believe is the worst drivers, I believe it is white women.
Ding, 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 ding.
You would have thought it would have been like some sort of Asian or Middle Eastern or old or whatever.
have always felt this way.
Yeah.
And also, I do want to say, so in particular, there's some rules to this. First of all, the absolute worst drivers, the absolute worst, gender, everything, race aside, are fucking old people. People who are too old to be driving.
Yeah.
But you also can't get that mad at them because they're old as fuck. They're going to die soon anyways. They're just trying to have a little bit of freedom.
Yeah, that's the part where it gets hard because I have grandparents that I'm like, okay, so what would I feel like if their independence like that was taken away from them?
100%.
It's like, okay, but so there's two sides.
You just got to watch for them on the road.
I believe that it's at least here, all I have experience in is North America. I can't speak to anywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But anywhere in North America, I feel like licenses are too easy to get. The test should be much more strenuous. And if there's a failure, I don't believe you should be able to take the test again the following weekend.
Right.
There should be a wait period. You have to fucking learn
And
what
like
the hell
a
you're doing
class.
here. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that licenses are given out way too easily for not only older folks whose reactions, quite frankly, aren't that great. Their vision's not that great. Their hearing's not that great. And also for newcomers to the area, whether they're moving from, especially if they're moving from like Europe or the Middle East or India or Asia, where like rules for driving are just completely different. If there are fucking rules.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think licenses are handed out way too easily.
So, with the old people thing, like my grandfather's very old, like in his 90s, and he still drives.
My grandfather, when he died at the beginning of this year, I've talked about it before, his license was taken away formally about 6 months or 7 months earlier. Maybe more than that, just before the pandemic started.
Yeah.
And I believe he would still be alive today if he was allowed to drive.
Right.
Because he's a very you know how old men are. They're super social, like to like go flirt at the ladies at the coffee shop. You know what I mean?
Go hang out with the boys.
They like to go see things. They like to They like to go take a trip down memory lane downtown or whatever.
When you're an old man, morning coffees for the boys.
Right, exactly. And when you all of a sudden have like all of those freedoms taken away from you,
Right.
I think mentally
you.
and emotionally, it fucking derails you. It gets you now. All of a sudden, you have nowhere to go. What are you gonna do? Walk everywhere? Well, you can't. You have no energy to do that. So
And depending on people to drive you around.
yeah, I think I do firmly believe that if my grandfather was didn't have his license taken away, he'd still be alive today.
How old was he?
He was 82, I want to say.
Yeah.
But I will say, too, like, he was at that point where, like, this conversation about how bad of a driver he is, he's never caused a problem. Sorry, he's never been involved in the problem, but I'm willing to bet he's caused problems by, like, fucking driving awkwardly, and it's caused someone else to have to, like...
react.
Yes, and then that caused a change. Like, he's the kind of guy that, like... If he caused someone to like swerve out of the way to not hit him, and that caused a huge collision, he wouldn't even be cognitively aware enough to be like, "Oh, fuck, that was me." He wouldn't even see it in his mirrors. You know what I mean? Tunnel vision.
Well, that's like my grandfather now. Like, he's still pretty good, and he's also driving in a rural area, so it's not as bad. Like, the town he drives in, there's 300 people.
Oh, fuck.
Like, it's not a big deal. And he goes up on the highway, and he goes over to the next town, which has like 1,000 people. But it's really bad. But basically, like, you know, when I've talked to my parents about it, they're like, yeah, like, you know, we hope if anything happens, like, it's just involving him. Like, that's their mentality about
that's a fair way to look at it. Like,
yeah. And if that's what's keeping him happy at 93 years old is to go for a fucking drive.
Yeah.
Sure. If you don't hurt nobody else, who cares?
Yeah. So when you brought this topic up, what happened that put this in your head?
Dude, I have been so excited to tell you this. I fucked with someone so hard in traffic today.
Oh, yeah?
I made her lose her fucking mind.
Did you see her hit the steering wheel? Like, what the?
She was fucking freaking out. So when we're leaving, the way I go home, I go down Connaught.
Yeah. Okay.
You saw the traffic today.
Yeah.
When we went to the mall for lunch.
I know where you mean. Okay.
Yes, so I go up through that intersection every day, and I go that way that we went. And so the way it's this 2-lane area is reduced down to 1 lane, but you have to zipper in at one point.
Yeah.
And what's the rule about zippering?
1 1 1 1 1
100%, right? So I did my duty as a licensed driver. I zippered. I was in the lane I was supposed to be in from the start, but I let someone in front of me.
Wow.
And then that's what you're supposed to do. It's not courageous.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I was just driving appropriately. And I could see behind me there was a guy trying to get over, and this lady was like an inch from my fucking asshole. And so what I started doing is just creeping ahead a little bit. Like, I would move an inch
And she'd inch
and get her to move. And I kept doing it, like, really sporadically. And then I stopped and let 4 people go in front of me. And she was fucking losing it.
Oh,
I
man.
could just see her back there, like, fucking hands going, like, losing her goddamn mind. And then she was driving like a fucking savage. And whatever way it worked out when we were going down to the rotary, she fucking ended up behind me again. And every time there was someone turning left out of a road across, I would fucking hold up traffic, hold her up, and let them out in front of me. By the end of it...
Was this on your way home tonight?
Yes! And she went right up into Spryfield where I was going.
Yeah.
And I'm not joking. She was behind me from the time I turned on Canat till the time I turned in my subdivision.
Oh, my God.
And I let at least fucking 30 people in front of me. Like, I delayed myself by about fucking 20 minutes just to fuck with this lady. And it was so fucking enjoyable. But why I'm saying that, and it's very particular middle-aged women
Yep.
who would go by the name Karen.
Yeah.
You know, the look,
Oh, yeah.
everything, right? And so all around me, though, I kept witnessing these fuck traffic incidences. So I saw this lady was behind me doing that, where she was like blocking people from zippering in. And then the lady then when we were going down to the roundabout, there was another lady fucking doing the same thing, not letting somebody out of like a store entrance, turning right into her lane. Wouldn't let him out, was like jammed up next to the bumper. Then I saw another lady almost fucking rear end a guy. And then going into my subdivision, my neighborhood, there was a middle-aged woman that I actually know in front of me, and she goes into my neighborhood, I'm not even joking, down a fucking subdivision road. She must have been doing 80
Holy shit.
in like a neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's like the amount of shit I witnessed within that drive, I was just like, this is fucked. They are the worst drivers.
Dude, I saw it was a guy, a middle-aged guy yesterday, driving a fucking Dodge Journey. And I'm telling you, out of all my years driving, he was without question, for a non-highway situation,
Yeah.
the most aggressive driver I've ever seen in my life
Really?
in person. I have never seen someone swerving so violently back and forth in and out of lanes and cutting people off, not signaling, going so fast in my life. And like, I followed this guy down quite a distance from the fucking Windsor Exchange here in Halifax all the way to what's it called? Fucking that road that goes like the Bedford Commons up there, where there's like just past the Sunnyside Mall in Bedford.
Oh, yeah.
So all the way, that's how far I was with this guy, because we were clearly both going the same direction.
Yeah.
All right. He was like, you know, when there's an intersection and there's like the right lane keeps going straight through, the left lane makes you turn.
Yeah.
He would still go into the left lane where it's a mandatory turn and just to try to get past 3 cars and then just cut across, changing lanes illegally in an intersection, again, without signaling, to get in front of people. Like, he did everything. It was almost as if like I was expecting the cops to be behind him.
Yeah.
And he was doing this the whole time, and I wasn't. Like, I got a heavy foot when I drive. You know, I have a car that is fine doing that, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm a pretty aggressive driver too, but I will never intentionally be cutting people off. I'll never make illegal maneuvers like that.
Yeah.
And I will always indicate. And even with all of
It'd
this...
be dangerous for other people.
Yeah. Everything he was doing,
Yeah.
it wasn't getting him any further. By the time he turned off and I turned off, we were like, there was no one between us.
Yeah.
And I followed the speed limit, give or take like maybe 10.
Yeah.
He was going way over it, but like he'd keep getting red lights or then cars stuck in front of him or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was insane. Like, I was actually like concerned, like maybe this is like an emergency vehicle or something. And then when I got up close enough to realize, no, it's not. It's just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I couldn't like don't even know how to explain how many times I saw him drive in the wrong lane towards incoming traffic to like just to zip around someone.
That is fucked.
Like it was without question. Like I have never wished I had a dash cam more than then. Even though he didn't cause any collisions or anything like that.
Yeah.
He was like everyone around must have been aware. Like this guy's fucking nuts.
Right.
And like he wasn't going like towards a hospital. It's not like he had a wife in the car that's going in labor. Like he was alone in the car. And it was a fucking Dodge Journey. Eventually I got up to an intersection beside him. He didn't hear me yelling at him, but I was yelling at my roof down, convertible and everything. I'm yelling at him. I'm like, bro, it's a Dodge Journey. You have zero drip. And he did not see or hear me. His music was going kind of loud. And he was like an old guy, like oldish. Like he had like silver hair and a fucking, basically if I was a police officer.
He's female Karen.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
male Karen.
Probably. So let's just say if I was a police officer and I was able to witness this for that duration of time and that many infractions, I guarantee you.
You take his license.
Not only would his license have been at the least suspended, he absolutely would have been caught for stunting, which is 50 kilometers over at a couple of points. He would have gotten that. I guarantee you, this isn't like one of those frugal old guys that has like a great life and all that, just happens to drive a Dodge Journey. I guarantee you he could not afford the amount of tickets he would have got. He would have had to go to jail.
Speaking of driving infractions, so I heard a funny story the other day about driving infractions.
Okay.
The driving infraction isn't that funny. You shouldn't do this driving infraction. But so someone I know got a DUI.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Like recently?
Really, really. Yeah, you don't know this person at all, not in this province.
Cool.
So he got a DUI. What do you know what I did not know? So he got a DUI and got a driving suspension, right? As you do. And do you know your lawyer has to file paperwork that you have to sign that starts the clock ticking on your suspension?
No.
So when you go to the court after you get your DUI or whatever you're getting suspended for, and they're like, hey, your license is suspended for 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay? You then need to, after, go back to your lawyer and sign specific paperwork, and your lawyer needs to file that with the court before the time starts clicking on your suspension.
So a 6-month one could actually be well more than that.
So
especially by the time it gets to court, it's probably been weeks and weeks, if not months anyway.
And so this particular guy is just a mess of a human being. So he's here walking around, taking the bus, like, living the worst life.
Oh, yeah.
And 3 months into this, he's like, geez, I better check the lawyer. And the lawyer's like, man, I've been trying to fucking contact you. Like, your 6-month suspension hasn't even started yet. 3 months in. And that was a very interesting thing to me. I didn't ever... that, to me, just seems kind of stupid. Because if you're at a sentencing and a judge is like, you're going to jail for 3 years...
Yeah.
You don't have to go to your lawyer and be like, hey, can I sign that stuff so I can start jail time?
No, that's fucked up.
That's weird, right?
I didn't know that. I've driven while drinking before. I'll level with you.
Yeah.
One time I did it when I drank enough that I probably shouldn't have been driving. Like, I'll say it.
But it was
close. I was clear enough minded that I didn't watch your glasses. I didn't feel like I would be like a legitimate at risk, although as far as the legal parameters, I knew ahead of time that I was over when I got in the car and started driving. I knew that. I did get pulled over and they gave me a breathalyzer and I blew exactly a warning. And even the cops didn't believe it to the point they made me do it again.
Yeah.
And I exactly blew a warning. And it's crazy. Because the internet wasn't around then, I'll never be able to find the article, but there might be paper copies somewhere in the old family heirlooms or whatever. But my dad got national attention way back in the day in like the 80s for being one of the first people to ever be able to like beat the breathalyzer.
What?
Because he still is a big alcoholic, and he got pulled over for drinking and driving back then, and was still and clearly drunk, but still able to beat the breathalyzer. He taught me how when I was a teenager. And then when time came, I fucking did it. I got a warning, and I was definitely over. There's no question that it was like I was actually only at like that break point, and then
Like you were too much.
yeah, definitely. Like I said, I wasn't at the point where I'd be swerving all over the place, but I definitely knew that I drank too much.
Right.
Okay, and like I'll own that all day long.
Wait, are you gonna let out the trick?
No, it's a secret. But he taught me how to do it, and I could. And fucking 8 years later, whatever, I actually ran into a case where I fucking needed to know how, and I fucking did it, and it got me off. You know, it was just a warning.
Yeah.
All I got was a verbal warning. Don't let you get caught again, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was fucking incredible that it actually worked. Probably the only thing I ever learned from my dad. Actually.
Did you have your neon then?
Yes, I was driving the Dodge Neon then.
Fucking neon.
Yes, I was. And you know, the worst part about it was it was considered to be a high-speed chase because I was speeding. Not much, but we're talking like 15 over or something.
Sure.
And I didn't pull over for like 5 or 6 miles.
Right.
And I legitimately, wholeheartedly didn't know there was a cop behind me. It was not a marked vehicle. So it was one of those cops that like the lights are in like the headlight.
Right.
And on their fucking sun visors.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had just gotten brand new 12-inch Alpine Type R subs installed that day. And I had that fucking bass so maxed that my rear view mirror literally was facing my lap. It like just because anyone that has big subs in their car knows rear view mirrors always start pointing down. Just because like the vibration will always point them down. Either that or you're not using your subs very well.
Were you bald at this time?
No. I had hair.
Was it blonde?
Yeah, it probably was, actually.
Was it spiky?
It had frosted tips. You got that fucking right. Fucking right, man. And anyway, when I got pulled over, the guy's like, why didn't you pull over? I've been chasing you since this point. I'm like, I don't know you were there, man. The lights were like not bright enough on one of these type of cop cars that like my entire surroundings never got lit up, like the flashing.
Right.
And I couldn't see behind me. And the fact that, like I said, I was kind of focused on driving because I was drunk. I was definitely not listening to techno.
What were you listening to?
I want to tell you it was probably Rise Against, in all honesty.
Not Avril Lavigne.
No.
When did your deep fondness of Avril Lavigne truly begin? Because now...
When I met her.
Yeah, but like really, when did you start like... Because right now, if an Avril Lavigne song comes on, you get hype.
So honestly, it started, I didn't mind her. She was one of the first like hot female punks that wasn't like super punk rocky, like fucking Brody from the Distillers.
It was terrifying.
Exactly. Like Avril was the first hot, and I'm using air quotes here, punky type chick.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And then I met her and actually partied with her for a weekend once.
Right.
And that made me more interested in her because I felt like I knew her, even though I didn't really. We were just like hung out because she was dating one of my best friend's older brothers at the time.
Right.
And then like years go on and I didn't really care much about her. Like still to this day, I could probably only list like 7 or 8 songs from her.
Right.
But now it just became a meme of mine. Like I became a meme where I got pumped whenever she was on. So it just started like an inside joke. And then all of a sudden it just kind of spiraled to now it's at the point where like when anything Avril Lavigne, people think of me.
Yeah.
Like I'm her biggest supporter. And I literally, other than like, I only know those like 10 songs of her. Like if you play an Avril song that I don't know, I'll still know it's her because I know her voice.
Right.
But I honestly don't know them.
The best
I only know her hits.
That anybody in our workplace, when an Avril Lavigne song comes on, whoever it is, whoever's closest to the speaker, will go turn it up.
Yep, you got to. It's the rules. And so I just started it as a meme, honestly, just like to be funny. And now it just like it carried on its life of its own. And because I've stayed so consistently getting hyped whenever she's on, it's at the point where now it actually kind of hypes me up for real. It's like a second nature. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like exactly. If you train a rat to fucking do a certain reaction whenever you shock its feet, like let's say it does a backflip every time you shock its feet.
Yeah.
Eventually, every time you shock its feet, it just wants to do that backflip.
Right.
Now, when I fucking hear Avril, I just want to get pumped and go, oh, turn it up, you know?
How do clients respond when you do that?
It's funny if they're like youngish, and when I say that, like let's say early 20s to mid 30s, like the young age group to my age group.
Yeah.
They think it's funny. They're like, ha ha. If it's old, like let's say 40 to 55 or 60,
Yeah.
they don't get it at all. They're like, I'm like, oh, it's Avril Lavigne's on. And they're like, huh? Like anyone that there's a bit of a language barrier, like Asians, Middle Easterns, Indians, and so on. They're like they don't get it at all. Like I could say anything to them, and they just smiled. I was like, eh. And then when I do it to old people, like, oh, who's that? You know, they start asking questions, and I start a new conversation.
That's why we need to protect old people at all costs. 'Cause when you're dealing with nice old people,
Yeah.
they immediately treat you like a child no matter how old you are.
Yep.
And it's the best. You're like, I really like this. And they're like, oh, what's that now? Go on, tell me about it. What you got going on there?
I like when old people actually have a personality, you know?
Oh,
they're the
yeah.
fucking best. When they don't have a personality and they're just old and retarded,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Crusty mouthed.
yeah, I'm like, I just fucking feel bad because I'm like, God, there's like some people out there that like love you and you're like the patriarch or the matriarch of the family.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you're a fucking idiot. You know?
Well, that's like there's a guy who's been in and out of the store recently that we both know who wears a British mask.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
And
He's a fucking idiot.
idiot. But he thinks he knows everything.
He is a sweet old man, but he's a fucking idiot. I sold his daughter a car today.
I sold him that other car that he had.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to.
Yes, that's right. And I went out for a test drive with him and his wife.
Yeah.
Most horrifying 30 minutes of my life.
I believe that.
I thought for sure. I was like, this is the one, man. This is the one.
The thing
where
is,
I get
what's
in a
with the
car
British
accident.
flag? Because he doesn't have an accent.
I know.
And I'm not entirely sure that he's from there. Like maybe his parents are like, but I don't think I think he's definitely Canadian, like first generation. Like
Yeah, and his wife is fucked.
I never really met her.
Holy fuck, old bingo dabber arms.
You know, I know where to
Jesus.
see her, and that's about it. But
Yeah, and then she's just like, she's one of those, like, she's a big old lady.
oh yeah,
And she talks like, and it's like,
dude, you know what you just reminded me
I
of?
know.
No.
As soon as I started doing it,
What do you think?
I'm sitting on the back of a car.
No, dude. You know what you just reminded me of when you did that?
What?
Have you ever seen the movie Road Trip?
Yes.
So remember Tom Green sang on the acoustic guitar? He's like, tiny salmon swimming in a sea, tiny salmon chasing that impossible dream. And he's like, the myna bird goes, ah, ah, ah. The chimpanzee goes, ee. It's like the baby owl goes, ooh, ooh, ooh. But all the salmon can go is and that's the exact same fucking face you just made.
That's what that old lady goes.
Tiny salmon. I have not watched that movie.
That
I have
is-
not thought of that movie
I-
in 10 plus years, and you just brought back so many emotions.
I didn't remember the song until you started singing it. But the one scene I will remember from that movie for the rest of my life is when he's looking after the snake and he has to feed it.
And he puts the rat in his mouth.
When he's like standing over the cage with the mouse and hanging it, and someone comes up for the dorm room
Yeah.
and he's like, "Are you here for the feeding?"
Yes. That girl,
He's a fucking creep.
Dude, that's fucked.
Man, Tom Green has the most underrated performance in that movie. Like, I know that movie's not about him at all.
No.
He carries it.
Dude, when that movie was like somewhat new, as in like it wasn't in theaters anymore, I don't believe, but it was definitely like fresh out of theaters.
Yeah.
I met the stoner guy.
No way.
Yeah, it was at a fucking play of King Lear, a Shakespeare play, when
Ooh.
Christopher Plummer, R.I.P. He was playing
Christopher
King
Plummer
Lear.
was the man.
And during intermission, we were out like getting a refreshment and stuff. It was a class trip, and all of a sudden I go to someone. I'm like, "Hey, dude, that looks like the guy from fucking Road Trip," and they're like, "No way." So anyway, I convinced my friend Mitchell to go up and ask him, "Hey, man, are you in the Road Trip?" It was fucking him. It was dead ass him. And I wish this was at a point where like you didn't have cameras on your phones. You know?
Right.
I would fuck because he wanted to take a picture. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want to take a photo?" But this was like disposable camera.
Nobody had cameras.
No, not at a fucking stage play.
Oh.
You don't take photos at a stage play. You
And
know
he
what I
was
mean?
super cool about it.
Super cool dude, man. And you know what? I don't think he's done anything since then either.
No, probably not.
I don't remember ever seeing him again.
No. Man, Road Trip is such a good movie. That era of Tom Green in general.
I got a quote from him in that movie that I still use very regularly to this day.
What is it?
They're like, yeah, it's not. He said because they had to jump the car over that bridge, that broken bridge, and he's like, it's not meant to be easy. If it was easy, it would just be called the way.
Oh,
You know,
right.
that's why it's called a shortcut. Shortcuts aren't meant to be easy. If they were easy, they'd just be called the way.
Right.
You know, and I take that with so many. With so many things, not only my directions of how I drive around the city, but also like with like processes that I do in my life. If there's a shortcut, but it takes a little extra work, like I'll still do it and I'll accept the extra work because I know like this is like the quicker way to do it. Otherwise, this would just be the way. You know?
Right.
And I think that's fucking advice that you should take to the grave with you. And it's probably the only advice I have to give. Other than episode 4's advice I gave you where you got to show your child your dick at one point.
Yes, that's
So
very important.
that your dick is always engraved in their head as being bigger.
Huge.
Which is funny. So here's a little thing. So we started...
A little thing?
No, hold on a
Why'd you call
second.
my penis that again?
So I'm not throwing stones here, and I'm not saying that someone is copying us, because that is
Right.
not what I believe, but there's just a funny coincidence. Months and months and months ago, like probably a year ago at this point when we were doing this podcast,
Right.
we started a segment called Cock Talk.
We did.
And then 2 months later, Andrew Schultz started Cock Talk. I don't think he carried through with it. It was like a fucking 2 off or whatever.
Yeah.
But he started it, remember? On
yeah.
his podcast. Now, I gave you the advice that I believe you should you should have your child see your dick at some point so that the image of your dick is always engraved in their head so that yours will always be bigger than them.
Yeah.
He had a bit about this on one of his most recent fucking shows
No.
of the same fucking thing.
Can you imagine if Andrew Schultz listened to this and robbed your joke?
Yeah. I don't think that's happening. I legitimately do not
Right.
believe for one instant that that's happening.
Right.
But I do think it's kind of funny that we've had like 2 very like specific examples of things we've talked about that are time stamped
Yes.
to have happened before they happened there. And
On flagrant.
it's funny. Yeah. We say this kind of often when we talk about UFC. Me and you make comments throughout watching fights. So like unbelievably precise and specific, and all of a sudden the commentators say it.
Right.
And it's not like, oh, that was a good right hand. No, it's not like something like that. It's like we say a specific like fucking stat.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're like, they'll say it. I can't think of an example right now, but
Yeah, like, or sometimes we'll be talking about like say if we're watching like a Stephen Thompson fight, like we'll talk about the way he like slips and moves and like the way his head moves and certain things he does with his shoulders.
But we're not just talking about a specific technique. We're using very particular words and phrases, and then they all of a sudden say it as if like what's being fed into their earpiece is coming from our fucking living room here. Yeah. It's fucked.
Do you think we're mic'd up?
Oh man, I'll tell you, it's fucking weird when things like that happen. That is super.
That happens really frequently when we're watching UFC. Actually.
It does happen unbelievably often.
Which is fucked for the amount of times that it happens and the amount of times we don't speak. When we're like, because I guess it's very strange. If most people watch UFC with us, they'd probably find it weird. Because we'll sit here and talk to each other nonstop for an hour.
Yeah, but there's not a whole lot of fighting for that 5 minutes of each round, unless like there's something wild happening.
Yeah, for the most part, we're just sat there dead silent.
Yeah, and then as soon as there's like maybe like the claps and 10 seconds
then we
left,
make jokes.
then it's exactly.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Then we start making fun of the crowd, finding fucked up people
Yeah,
and weird celebrities.
dude.
You're really into the Vizzies.
Oh, these are fucking good. This is a good flavor. It's the blueberry pomegranate.
Man, Stephanie got these other ones the other day. They're seltzers, but they were moon mist flavored. They taste just like moon mist ice cream.
I don't know what that is.
I can't remember what brand they were either.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture of one of them when I get home, send it to you.
Nice. Did I ever tell you about the time that a whole town set off a bunch of fireworks for me.
No.
It happened.
Do tell.
So when I moved from Halifax, Nova Scotia to Parry Sound, Ontario in 1994, the day I moved there was Canada Day, July 1st.
Okay.
Was the day I got there. And of course, as a child that age, like I was 8 years old,
Sure.
I didn't know Canada Day was July 1st. So when I got to town, we were like, okay, well, what do we do on our first day here? And well, my mom said, well, why don't we go down to the bay and go to a celebration? And my mom and my grandmother told me that the celebration was for us moving to this small town. There's only 6,500 people live in the town. So they said that whenever people move there, they have a big celebration. So I was taught that was for me. The fireworks were for me, and for legitimately probably, I'd say almost 3 years.
I thought no one else moved to the town?
Well, no, like, because there was events happening, and it was a big tourism town. So like, there wasn't fireworks every night by any means, but they happened. Like, there was events happening in the summer quite a bit.
Sure.
And then I kind of forgot about it. Like, I forgot that that's what, like, the fireworks specifically were for me.
Yeah.
But I just knew the day I moved there, they had fireworks for my family moving there.
Right.
And then it was probably 3 years later when I realized, like, oh, it's like by then, now you're 11 years old. You get what Canada Day is.
Right.
At that point, like, you get it. It's not this thing that just happens once and you don't know when. Like, you're actually at the point where you're looking at a calendar and you know how to read it, you know?
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, and then my mom said, oh, yeah, it's our 3-year anniversary living here. And I'm like, wait, we moved here on Canada Day? Yes. Don't you remember the fireworks? I'm like, yeah, they were for us. Oh. They weren't fucking for us. We were fucking nobodies living in an apartment that nobody cares about, and the fireworks were for the fucking country.
Okay, I've never really asked you this, and I don't really know the answer. Where is Parry Sound in relation to the next largest city?
The next largest city would probably be Barrie, Ontario, and that's about an hour-ish south.
Oh, so Parry Sound is a really small town.
Well, 6,500. I mean, at this day and age, I'm sure it's grown quite a bit. It's probably up to like 75 or 8,000.
Yeah.
Although the population probably more than doubles in the summer months because it's right in the heart of cottage country on the water, and it's the biggest hub on the water.
Right.
So it would have like Walmart's, gas
what
stations.
lake?
Lake Huron, but it's on the Georgian Bay, which is a third of the size of Lake Huron.
Right.
It's like, so it's off to the side a bit, but
I didn't
it's on one of
realize
the Great
you lived
Lakes.
in. I didn't realize Parry Sound was that small though.
Yeah.
That is. And how old were you when you moved to Sudbury?
16?
And did your mom move to Sudbury at that time too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so we lived there. So for most of my, as far as I'm concerned, my childhood,
Yeah.
because I don't have a ton of memory of it from being here in Halifax. Like, I
Right.
have bits and pieces and this and that, right?
Yeah.
But I actually have like full memory of my childhood in Parry Sound.
Right.
And my younger teenage years there.
Yeah.
Although it's weird, I remember my childhood, but when it comes to like some of the high school there, even though I was there for 2 full years,
Yeah.
I don't remember most of my high school there.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. I was there for 2 full years and then 2 months of the following year, and I actually moved just after, like the day after Halloween of my grade 11 year.
Right.
And that's weird. I just said grade 11. I never say that. I always say 11th grade.
11th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so it's weird. I have very little memory of the high school. I remember all the people. I remember some of the friends. I still could walk around that school and remember my way around. Like, that was
Yeah.
my class, and then I would go to this one and all that shit.
Yeah.
I still remember my fucking locker combination because I still have that lock.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a while, so I'm not sure if it still works. I'm assuming it didn't dry up, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, it's weird. But then once I moved to Sudbury, I remember fucking every single day of high school. Like, you couldn't tell me of a conversation I had and be like, oh, I don't remember that. Like, I
Yeah.
fucking remember it all.
Right.
I don't know.
That's very strange.
Weird thing.
Yeah. And did you find it? Because obviously, when you moved from Halifax, Dartmouth to Parry Sound, like
Yeah.
you were going from a medium-sized city,
Yeah.
like a larger city in Canada by Canadian standards.
Yeah,
so
but we
like
didn't go anywhere. My family was poor, man. We took a bus, so like we stayed in our neighborhood. I could play in my neighborhood, and that was my world. My world didn't exist anywhere else. My dad, my mom weren't together, so my dad had a neighborhood,
Right.
And with him not parenting very well, that neighborhood was a little bit larger because I could just go out of sight. My mom's neighborhood was a little smaller.
Right.
And that's all I knew. And I still know those two neighborhoods unbelievably well. Not much has fucking changed in either of them
Yeah. And
all these years later.
And then so when you went to Sudbury, it must have felt huge.
Well, by then I was also old enough that like I was allowed to go around. Like I could just go get on a bus myself as a young teenager and fucking go wherever, go to the music store, buy CDs, buy a record,
Right.
you know, go shopping. I had a job. I took the bus to school instead of the school bus.
Yeah.
Because then the bus was 45 minutes later.
Right.
And somehow still got there 10 minutes earlier by me taking public transportation.
Instead of taking the school
Because the school bus took these stupid fucking routes, and I was like early enough on the route that it went out of its way. It had to stop and pick up a bunch of people, stop at 4 or 5 other schools, and it was just fucking stupid anyway.
Right.
So I just said, screw it. I could sleep longer, and then I could take the fucking city bus. And plus, I got to meet up with friends at the bus terminal where we'd switch buses, and then we'd ride the second bus together and all show up together and shit. So it just, anyway.
Like cool guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Where was your first job in Perrystown?
Dude, I think I told it was when I was a mascot.
Oh,
And
right.
I ended up getting a call for this job and I didn't apply for it. Still to this day, I fucking think that's wild.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I learned
The arcade job.
Yeah, I learned a lot of skills. It was fun, cool stories. Like I have zero to hate about that. Plus, it kind of got me in touch with some arcade games. Like I'm pretty good at the Terminator, fucking Dance Dance Revolution champ right here.
And what was your first job in Sudbury?
Working at Kelsey's, washing dishes and working as like a prep cook.
Right. And then you ended up managing that store.
Fucking right, man. I worked my way through that entire fucking chain. Like there was not a position there I didn't do.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. What was your favorite position in a restaurant?
I really did like managing it a lot, and I still miss it every single day. Although with current climate, COVID and all this shit, I am so thankful to not have anything to do with that industry right now because I feel like I don't know how the fuck they keep their bills paid. Like not only the restaurant, but their personal bills. Yeah. I just don't know how any of it's working out right now at all. Like when you hear about people losing their livelihoods and all that, I feel like it must only be restaurant workers. Like every other career seems to have just done fine.
Right.
Like I don't know a single industry that has been hit other than restaurants.
God, people we know in fucking real estate are making a killing.
That's what I mean.
Even people in our
think
industry,
about every tradesperson, every fucking trade out there is doing better. Anything to do with construction or whatever, real estate, most sales in general, like insurances, fucking automotive for the most part, did better. That's what I mean. It seems like the only negative that came from this was straight up like the very small mom and pop like niche businesses.
Yeah.
And restaurants.
Yeah, because even like, and I don't know if I've referred to them as this on here, but like box store restaurants.
Yeah.
Like Montana's, Kelsey's,
I don't
Moxie's,
know. See, that's what I worked at.
Are they being floated by like?
I have no idea, man. I have no clue how that fucking worked because I saw every dirty little secret and number. I knew every fucking penny of that place. Yeah. And I legitimately have no fucking idea how they stayed in business.
Right.
Because they're franchised. If they close, fucking the corporate's not going to step in and be like, oh, well, here's a bunch of money then. It doesn't work like that. They don't care. They're like, well, we don't fucking care. Like, figure it out.
They have to care to a certain extent because if all their stores close, they're not generating any money.
No, but if all their stores close, but like...
Or like if 25% close.
Yeah.
They're fucked.
Yep.
I
have no idea how that works.
I'm very curious because like I went to Montana's there the other day.
Yeah.
Which was I've had 2 very different restaurant experiences recently. 3 actually. So I went to Gahan House for brunch the first weekend we could go out.
Yeah.
To sit down in patios. I ate outside.
Like real Gahan or Pickford and Black?
No, real Gahan.
Okay.
The one like up by the Trade Center.
Yeah.
And 4 tables.
Yeah.
For brunch at 9:30 in the morning. Like
that's breakfast then.
Well, breakfast. Yeah. I don't do brunch. Brunch is too late in the day.
Yeah.
You know this. You've went out for brunch with me, air quotes. I have to go first thing in the morning. Or else if I wait till
I don't think I ever have went out with you actually.
Yeah, we did. We did breakfast burgers together.
Where?
Burger week.
When?
Black Sheep.
Oh yeah, we did. That's right. Yeah.
Delicious.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. So went to Kahan House. It was like barely busy.
Yeah.
And there was obviously a waitress working. I think there was 2 waitresses working actually. And obviously, how many people would have to be in the kitchen for it to be functional?
Realistically, minimum of 3. unless you had a dedicated like bus boy / dishwasher.
Yeah.
Because you need someone to be doing the dish work. There's got to be someone prepping / doing the light foods.
Yeah.
At worst case scenario, and then someone else doing the rest.
Right.
Like, it just got to be that way. And then you've got servers, and there's got to be a manager there. Like everyone's getting paid hourly.
Right. So I have no idea how that was working.
No.
And then I went to Montana's recently, and they were set up really well. Like the way they had their snack guards and everything set up, they could have filled that bitch pretty good. But there was just nobody there. Now, granted, it was a Thursday evening, but like usually Thursday.
I don't think they really sell out though, do they? They're not known to be like a huge wait time, are they?
But this was like
even in normal world.
Yeah, but this was one of the first days that you could like
Oh, yeah,
go
so
out to eat.
Pent up demand and
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
and it was like 6 in the evening, like primo go out to supper time.
Yeah.
And then the third experience I had is when we went to Mizu, and that motherfucker was changed.
Yeah. They didn't do a very good job. Like they're clearly not money hungry.
No, their snack guard situation was not
Nah,
good.
they had probably less than half the amount of tables they could have if they put up those plexiglass things to adhere to like guidelines and all that,
I
right?
would even go so far to say if they had put up the stuff to follow guidelines, then they were only operating at a quarter of what they could be operating.
Probably, I'd buy that. Yeah.
Yeah. And which was fucked because, like, for an all-you-can-eat spot, you would think the name of the game is getting as many humans in there
Get
as
all the
possible.
mouths in there, exactly.
Yeah, because basically what they were doing, like, we were seeing lots of families go and sit down, and they were there for, like, long periods.
Yeah.
Like, very long periods.
Well, think about it. It was just me and you. But if there was 4 of us, we would have sat there for almost double the length of time.
Right, but even, like, so say just 2 of us, right? So they were getting $32 from each of us, regardless, because it was all you can eat, okay?
Right.
But if we had to just sat there for an hour, prevented someone else from sitting, and we saw lots of people leaving because of the wait time.
Yeah.
Like they had a set amount they were getting from us. That was it.
Yeah.
It's not like we weren't ordering additional shit. Like
Even if we did, it wouldn't have made them more money.
Yeah, it would have made them less money. Every time we fucked with that tablet, we made them less money. And we went in because that shit was fucking delicious.
Yeah.
I was so full after that.
Not me, but I'm a seasoned eater.
Holy fuck, that was so good.
Dude, so tomorrow is fucking Travis's birthday.
Hey! Yeah,
30 fucking 1 years old.
31.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, are you excited? Weird to be in your 30s finally? Like actually
Yeah.
in your 30s, not just
Yeah.
hitting the border?
Do you know what? It's funny that you're asking me this. I was not expecting. Do you know? I forgot about my birthday since we've been sitting here talking.
Holy fuck.
So usually I'm someone who really cares about my birthday.
Yeah.
Like I like doing things for my birthday. Don't fucking care.
Not doing anything?
Nah. I'm just like, whatever.
You're fucked. You're not doing anything. Tomorrow's a Friday, just so you know, when we're recording this is a Thursday.
So what I'm doing tomorrow to treat myself on my birthday, I'm detailing my WRX, then I'm detailing my van,
Oh, fuck off.
and gonna play some sim racing and video games, and I'll watch qualifying tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because qualifying's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we got a sprint race on Saturday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fucking sick. Me and you are gonna. If anybody tries to talk to us at a certain point on Saturday, they're just getting fucking 2 of these boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I have some shit on the go, but at the same time, I could just fucking fuck
I
'em.
don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go sit in the lunchroom and watch it.
Just go in the other lunchroom. Disappear completely.
Yeah, is there a cable in that lunchroom?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh, maybe not. I didn't know there wasn't, but
But yeah, I want to detail my cars and play some video games.
yeah, that's a pretty fucking good birthday gift. Give fucking Steph some money to tell her to go figure out her own dinner. That way you can sit at home and jerk off and stuff.
Oh yeah, well I mean, why jerk off?
Well, just clean the pipes on your own. That way you can just do it quickly without having to show affection. And then when she comes home, you're ready for the long haul. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Ready to go. Yeah, that'd be it. I'll probably eat some food.
That sounds like a pretty good fucking day.
It's going to be a great day. My van, so the inside of my van that I just bought, I bought a Honda Odyssey. It's fucking mint. And I'm super in love with it. But the guy was using it to like haul parts.
Yeah.
And so like it's messy and I'm stoked.
It's oddly satisfying to clean sort of situation.
I'm going to bust out like the fucking steam cleaner with the extractor. Like take my time. I'm going to fucking recondition the shit out of that. It's going to be super fun.
You're fucking weird, man.
Dude, that is my like... When I get time on Sundays to myself to go out and like buff my car and like do scratch repair and like wax my wheels, like these all sound like sexual innuendos. Yeah, that's my favorite shit to do on a Sunday.
Fuck, sick.
Yeah.
What's the best birthday gift you've ever gotten, or gift in general? Whether it's Christmas, birthday, fucking graduation, Easter, whatever else you get gifts for. Graduation, I may have said.
Best gift I've ever gotten. Oh, that'll put me on the spot. So the gift that I've used the most, the gift that I've used the most, I got a PlayStation 4 one year for Christmas. The first year PlayStation 4 was out.
Yeah.
And yeah, I use that thing so fucking much. Like it's the most useful thing that anybody has ever given me. And yeah. Not the most sentimental, obviously.
No.
But yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah. Stephanie's thrown me some good birthday parties.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I have a birthday gift for you.
Oh, no way.
I'm finally going to let you see my dick.
Oh, no.
No.
I do not want that one.
I really do have a birthday gift for you.
Oh.
I would like to officially give you a proclamation that you are a lord. I have purchased you, Travis, a plot of land in Scotland.
Dude.
And you are official. It's on like a sacred part of Scotland's land.
Yeah.
You are officially a lord. That is your
you
official
so
title
much.
now. And I want you to know, I'm your next door neighbor.
Yes!
You have that?
Oh, that's so
till the
fucking
day you
sick.
die, man. You can't build on it, sadly, because it's protected land.
Yeah.
But you have a 1 foot by 1 foot plot of land
Yes!
right beside me.
Dude, we need to go visit this lake.
I know. My name is Lord John Ryan Yaden.
I am Lord Travis Fanning.
So you will now, all you shitheads will now refer to us as fucking lords.
We are lords.
We are fucking lords.
Dude, that is so nice. Thank you very much.
I figure you can nice picture frame, put that on your desk. That is real.
Oh,
that
yeah.
is, you are
going on my desk.
I don't know how to stress this enough. There's the plot of land number is even there. I am E586082, so that makes you E586083, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Or 81 maybe.
I'm 03.
Yeah.
Or 83.
Yeah. So we're forever neighbors. We own that land.
That is fucking magical. You are the best,
dude. That's a fucking good.
That is so funny. Holy fuck.
Officially, we are lords. Like, I don't know how else to say how fucking cool that is,
We
man.
are the fucking coolest. Lord Ryan.
I have something else for you too.
Okay.
This one is from a friend. They wanted to send you a little message.
Okay.
So.
Happy birthday, you fuck.
Do you know who that is?
Anita.
That's Anita.
Fuck you, Anita.
That's the message that I could fucking get out of her. But where am I at here?
Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
I have someone else wanted to wish you a happy birthday too.
Okay.
Hey, buddy, it's Mish, you know, the guy that you work with. I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and this is what I hear at work every day when you talk to your clients.
Hi, my name is Travis. I'm from Newfoundland.
Thank you, Mish, you fuck.
So, that's not it though. One other.
Oh my God.
No, one other person wanted to say something to you too for your special day.
Happy birthday to my favorite ginger redhead Newfoundlander. You're so cool. I hope you have a good birthday. I hope you don't drink too much soda pop and poop your pants today. Happy birthday.
I fucking love you guys. Thank you so much. Oh, that was fucking incredible.
I have someone else. This person wanted to remain anonymous though.
Okay.
Hey, Travie, it's your boy here. I won't disclose my name, but I want to wish you a happy motherfucking birthday. And what I suggest you get for your birthday is your ass licked. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. Just ask Steph, just put a little bit of tongue in, tell her you went to the washroom, you went to the shower, you cleaned that motherfucker up really good. But get that rim job, baby, and you're a man. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, you anonymous sexy motherfucker.
That's not bad, eh?
Oh, fuck, dude. That is legendary.
Is your boy coming through with the greatest birthday gift ever? or what?
You win. You win. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You are a legend.
A new friend of ours, though,
Okay.
also wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
New friend.
A very special request for a very special follower. Travis, I hear you're going to be 31 soon. Happy birthday, my fellow king. It'll be okay. Everything's fine. It's only a number. Get up, put your feet on the ground, and take off running. Don't let that number get to you. 31 ain't bad. It's all in the way that you perceive it. It's just a number.
Dude, he's
You can get out there and do anything you want. You're not getting old. That's young. You're a young dog. 31, you're very young. Get out there and enjoy the day. You have fun, enjoy, and hopefully maybe just go for a walk or go for a hike. Get out there and exercise, my king. You have a beautiful day. I will talk to you soon.
So that's our buddy.
Beautiful king.
His name is Steve.
Steve?
I had to send him an email for that.
No way.
So when I started watching his videos and realized, I'm like, hold on a second. I think Travis needs a happy birthday message from this fucking psycho.
Holy
so I messaged
shit.
him and said, you're really depressed about it.
Oh, God. And then I get on here talking about how I don't give a fuck about birthdays anymore. Dude, oh, fuck.
For, let me get in here. For your birthday, I also have a couple of little updates.
Okay.
Our buddy that wanted to pick up a couch.
No.
I got him to finally answer the fucking phone.
No.
I did. It's freakishly short and sweet, so don't get too pumped up.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
Anyway, let's hear it.
Have you heard it yet?
I did, and it's better than what I've not gotten so far.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey. I can't hear you.
And he hung up. I got a hello out of him. That's fucking the most I've gotten in a month and a bit now.
The fucking couch,
I know.
man.
But I know that you really liked my dad's prank calls too.
Oh,
I got him
God.
again. So this one, just to tee it up here. So like I've said before, my dad's a fucking the dumbest human on the planet. He doesn't get that he's arguing with a machine. Like there's no human there. So the prank that I sent him is someone that has been contracted to remove a tree from his front yard.
Okay.
He lives in an apartment building. Okay. He didn't get a tree removed, and the phone number that I used as because what it displays, so he thinks someone's calling him, is his brother. So my uncle. Anyway, this is my dad arguing about a tree removal.
Johnny.
Hello?
Johnny.
Hi, this is Hank from Metro Tree Removal Service. I'm calling to confirm your appointment tomorrow to remove the tree in your front area.
Oh my fuck! I live in an apartment building, so remove
I have
every
a work
fucking
order
tree
here
you
with
can
this
see.
contact number to cut down a large tree at your address. Were you aware of this?
No, I'm a tenant in an apartment building,
Let me
and
look at
I
the
have
paperwork here.
no
Yep,
idea,
9
my
a.m.
friend.
tomorrow. We're bringing in the heavy machinery to remove it. Does that ring a bell yet?
No, not at all. So I double check that before
Hang
you
on,
go
let me
fucking up
continue.
somebody's property.
Well, it looks
I don't
like
gotta hang on, you
all
called
the
me.
addresses on either side and across the street are listed as the contact
What's
info.
what's my address?
Yeah, it looks like they all chipped in to get rid of your tree. No pun intended.
What is my address?
In the comments section of the work order, it says, quote, please remove this ugly eyesore ASAP, unquote.
What's the address?
Well, you'll have to take this up with your neighbors. In the interim, we'll see you
No,
tomorrow
I
morning.
don't get
You'll want
pick
to
up
clear
this
out any
shit. I
personal
live in
items
this-
from the area.
Listen, pal, I'm not being ignorant. I'm just trying to figure this out.
Well,
Census
face your
Canada
business,
just gave me
and
a
we'll
hard
get
time.
rid of that ugly tree lickety-split.
Well, that's good. I don't know where that tree is. You won't even give me an address, but yet you guys got to go cut it down.
And that's the end of it. He tried to help. He fucking, there's a turning point in old Johnny here. There's a turning point. He finally, for the first time in his life, tried to be a good person and actually help out. But you could hear him trying to not to snap. He's like, hold on, you called me.
Dude, the way he answers the phone is fucked. It is absolutely the most fucked way to answer a phone I've ever heard.
Johnny.
Johnny.
And then when someone says something, instead of him being like, yeah, hello, he'll just be like, he'll say it again, Johnny. Like, if
Johnny.
a professional has to call him, they're like, what the fuck? Like, picture an actual doctor or like a lawyer calling him. I was like, hello, is this, and he's like, Johnny. And I'm like, what? Whatever happened to hello?
Oh, God. That's
Yeah.
so fucking funny.
I did have one other person that wanted to wish you a happy birthday too, all right? Oh, fuck. I didn't press play.
Hello, Travis. This is George Pettit of Alexis on Fire here.
Holy shit!
Coming in live on your birthday.
No!
From a bath in Hamilton, Ontario. Just wanted to say, hey man, happy birthday. Hope you're enjoying your special little day. Hopefully you're doing the best that you can in the current global pandemic. Okay? It's not very fun on your birthday in a pandemic. But make the most of it. You can still drink booze and, social distance and be, around a small grouping of loved ones, I believe, depending on where you're from. Maybe you could be with Ryan. Ryan booked us. Ryan thinks that you're just the goddamn best. He thinks so much of you that he was willing to pay $75 US the Cameo Corporation to get an aging Screamo frontman in a bath to wish you happy birthday on your birthday. Have a good one. Be safe.
That's so fucking sick, dude. Thank you so much.
So that was
Most memorable birthday of all time.
That
You
was
win.
George Pettit from Alexis on Fire. He's the lead singer.
Who I have
And
traveled.
I got him to sit in a bathtub with no shirt on because I thought that was like what he's in a bathtub.
That's it. It is my exclusive look. I love Alexis on Fire so much that one Christmas I flew to Toronto by myself on Boxing Day.
Holy fuck.
To go see them.
No shit.
Alone. Completely alone.
Yeah.
On the holidays, yeah. And it was fucking incredible.
Well, he wants to wish you a happy birthday from
That
his
is
bathtub.
So fucking cool.
Yeah, man.
This is the best birthday. I'm so fucking stoked.
When I
Thank
teed
you.
you up for the best birthday gift ever, am I winning?
You win. That is
Cool.
the most sentimental, nice thing that anyone's ever done.
Dude,
That is incredible.
I got one other person that wanted to say happy birthday to you. This is the last one, though, all right? Just a sec.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, Travis.
Holy
Play the
fuck.
company breed out here in sunny Sacramento, man. About to go for a run. The weather is beautiful, man. I'm in the midst of training camp for our big fight in 8 weeks, man. August 21st, ESPN Fight Night. Taking out a big-time wrestler, man. I want to thank you, your family, your friends for all the support throughout the years, man. It really, really means a lot. I want to wish you a happy surprise birthday, man. The big 3-1. Welcome to the Dirty 30 Club, man. It's a very prestigious club. The 30s are going to be your best years. I'll be 40 here soon, man, in December. So I'm enjoying the end of the 30s, man. And but yeah, like I said, I want to wish you a happy birthday and thank you guys for all the support throughout the years. It's been one heck of a ride. And the best is yet to come. Not just from me, but from my family, my friends, our teammates, and all mixed martial artists around the world. We truly go out there to put a show on for you guys, because that's what it's all about. And hopefully someday we get to meet, maybe on a Gills and Thrills trip, where we take our fans and clients fishing, take them out on the water, take them to a live concert, take them to a live UFC event, a professional sporting event, and get to know you a little bit, man. And I want to let you know that you have a good friend named Ryan Yeadon that booked this for you. So he told me to bust your balls a little bit, but hey, man, all the best. Thank you again. Hope I didn't ruin the surprise for your birthday. But, we're going to go out there and put on a good show for you. You enjoy your birthday week and keep on kicking butt, man. Take care. Peace.
Woo! That is Clay the Carpenter Guida.
Dude, one of my all-time favorite fighters. Like, I love Clay Guida so fucking much.
Well, he wanted to wish you a happy 31st birthday.
I love Clay Guida. I have a framed magazine of when he was the cover of Fight. And I got him to sign it.
Really?
At the fucking
Fan
expo.
No shit.
Yes, dude. I
Sick.
still have I have a couple of like pieces of MMA like autograph memorabilia that I want to do like a whole room and just have that shit fucking up everywhere. Man, thank you. I genuinely cannot tell you how much I appreciate all of it. It is so
only
nice.
other one I wanted, just so you know, is that old lady from OnlyFans. And she wouldn't fucking do it because she thought you would beat off to the video of her.
No.
So she said, no, I don't want him to do freaky things with my video. I swear to God.
I would have fucking definitely jerked.
I know. So she wouldn't do it because I told her to make a video touching herself to and wishing you a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And she said she was down and then she would do it. And when she asked me your name and how old you're turning, I told her, but then I made the mistake of also including, he's a little freaky, so don't be afraid to get freaky yourself. And that must have been what
red flagged her.
Yeah. Not to mention the account that I have on Instagram or on OnlyFans, is the Dudes Talking Shit account. So
she knew.
She had to know something was up.
Yeah, that it was going to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
Dude, man, I am like half choked up, smiling ear to ear. This is fucking beyond, man.
The fucking boy comes through.
You're a legend. Fucking legend.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, that has been another wild and wonderful episode of Dudes Talking Shit. You can find us on Instagram at Dudes Talking Shit. You can find Ryan on Instagram at Drunk Ryan and Travis on Instagram at
Lord Travis.
Send him your birthday wishes.
Later, shitheads.